Okay, hopefully. Yeah, this works. We've been cleared to taxi via Golf to runway 07 at Stuttgart. We've done it all in German, which is going to be a bit wild for anyone who's English who watches my videos. I'll try and provide a translation. Basically, I'm learning to fly in Innsbruck at some point, hopefully soon. And I'm going to need to do the radio telephony all in German, with English actually being what we use when we fly in Innsbruck because there's so much IFR traffic. But the test is in German, so just got to deal with it basically. So at Golf, ready to go. Quick check out the left window, right is up and left is up. Good, the wings work. The ailerons anyway. So this is taxiway Golf now, we're just going straight ahead. And Foxtrot's over there. Let's check my transponder code. Code is 7000. Back, and we're going to put it to on. Back, PFD, we want the wind. Option 3 I like the most, it gives me the degrees and the heading. DME bearing, I don't need any of that. I'm just looking at the start chart here. I've got open flight maps giving me a chart for Stuttgart. We've got a few options from 07. We can depart to Köngen and then down to Oscar, or if we sort of do a right downwind departure, we might end up at Sierra. Oscar's more in our direction of flight anyway, so that's what we'll be going for. It's a bit. Okay, gotcha. And then we're looking quite okay to leave. Delta back auf, startbereit, Golf. That was ready to go at Golf.
Quebec Uniform. Über welchen Pflichtmeldepunkt möchten Sie denn ausfliegen?
Delta Quebec Uniform über Oscar wäre am gescheitsten.
Das ist verstanden. Delta Quebec Uniform, Wind 080 Grad, 6 Knoten. Piste 07, Start frei. Verlassen Sie die Kontrollzone über Oscar, Rechtskurve genehmigt.
Piste 07, Start frei, Kontrollzone über Oscar verlassen, Delta Quebec Uniform. So basically there's a VFR point called Oscar. It's somewhere towards the south of the airport. There's a right turnout on departure, which he's approved, and we're cleared for takeoff. But basically we're also cleared for the VFR exit point, so good to go. Full power, as usual. So I'm looking at the VFR chart more than the taxi chart. I've got a navigraph now, I decided to. So there's 75 knots rotate, and we're going to hold 80 knots for the initial climb. That's our VX speed. VX is kind of your maximum climb in the shortest distance. You've also got a VY, which is your climb speed for a highest rate of climb, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be climbing in a short distance. Initially you always use the VX speed because it gets you higher quicker. Not in a bad way. In the kind of way where if I need to turn around I'll have enough altitude to do so. And then once I'm above the safe altitude, which is usually about 500 feet above, this would probably be fine now. We may be able to execute a kind of direct turnaround at this point, so we could flatten out and climb now at our VY, which is about 90 knots. At this point as well we can reduce the flap setting and make my right turn. We're aiming for the motorway somewhere underneath us here. So at some point there's a big motorway. That'd be that one there. So we're following the motorway that leaves the airport, so I might have to actually kind of let it go below me so I can actually see it first. Still going up. Get a really beastly rate of climb out of this thing. So where are you? There's the motorway there. Got it. And where that motorway has a crossroad is roughly where we are at the edge of the control zone. So if we just zoom out on this map here, you can see something going on there. Okay, I'm going to go up to 5,000 feet and we'll leave it there. The CTR is at flight level. Might have to enter the Delta airspace, that's fine. So we're flying towards this kind of kink in the road here. Here, this crossroad should be our visual reference point. So that's the major motorway there. Then we're aiming for the crossroads, and then we make a right turn. Yeah, it should be a 5-way crossroad with 2 railway track crossings, so that should be obvious, but it is in the middle of the night, so maybe not. In fact, it's VFR, you know, I might as well make this a little bit more daylighty. There we go, so we can actually do visual flight rules. Okay, so looking ahead now, we've got the Schwäbischen Alb over here on the right. Gets a bit more scenic now that I've turned the... Seems like the aircraft's quite nicely trimmed actually. I don't know what I did, that wasn't me. Looking at this, we've got a river here. Should we have a river here? We're looking for a little town called Köngen. I'm going to get my little VFR map up, because it seems like I'm not going to see anything otherwise. This is Köngen, we're just overhead now, so we should be making a nice right turn. Oops. Reducing my rate of descent at this point too. Somewhere there's an aircraft here. I have a feeling they're no factor. So at Köngen we're basically doing a right turn. We're going to follow the kind of road here. We should wind up into the point Oscar, which is not entirely obvious. But it's basically this village here, Nöttingen. Yeah. I need GPS here. It's quite difficult to navigate in places like Germany when you've got basically flat and you're relying entirely on things like this. You kind of need a heading all of the time when you're just doing spontaneous VFR flight. Delta Quebec Uniform Oscar, bitte Einflug in die Delta Luftraum.
Delta Quebec Uniform, ja, Einflug in den Delta Luftraum bis Flugfläche 100 ist genehmigt. Verlassen Sie den Delta Luftraum auf Steuerkurs 180 Grad.
Einflug in die Delta Luftraum genehmigt bis auf Flugfläche 100 und verlassen wir auf 180 Grad Delta Quebec Uniform. So it's stressful for me doing it in German. I don't know what I'm talking about. So
Stuttgart arrival, wunderschöne guten Abend, Ewings 2181 on flight level 250.
Let's use a bit of this. So we've now left the CTR, which is the tower airspace.
2181
5000.
Stuttgart, Langen Radar identified. Cleared Batso 07 transition.
And we're on a heading of 180 he gave us, so basically we are allowed to enter the airspace,
can you repeat the transition?
which is basically between,
Ewings
so if I pop this up on the map, basically we're allowed to enter this little section here. This section is flight level 45 to flight level 100, since we're at 5,000 feet, we're in the airspace, and we're to leave that on heading 100, and then we'll be outside controlled airspace. And we'll be able to make our way over to Memmingen, which is over here, EDJA. So at that point we'll need to request to enter a bunch of controlled airspace. So look at that. Just going to get the heading, hold on.
Push startup approved, push approved, facing east.
Started approved, facing east, north. 20,
Okay, there you go, on heading 180. Some tiny bits of snow on the top of these mountains here. It's is not realistic entirely, but we'll go with it. We're on heading 180. Still in the airspace as far as I'm aware. Now looking around, what have we got here? The problem is these VFR maps don't actually have much detail on the ground, which is in the UK, when you get a VFR flight map, you have all of the ground points as well. But the ones in Germany just have all of your waypoints, and then you're pretty much just flying off headings. So we're coming down here through Münz, Bad Urach. Bad Urach, are you on my chart? Nope, but Memmingen is. That's down here, that's okay. So we're still kind of coming over the airspace still.
Stuttgart approach, Cirrus KLM 169.
Now the Alps are coming up ahead of us.
Flight level 100.
So I think I'm going to...
KLM
check this.
169er Langen radar identified, cleared Karlsruhe, 1 whiskey arrival.
Okay, we're leaving the airspace now, so pretty much free to do what we want. We're going to probably want to track towards Memmingen, which is a rough heading, probably 120 degrees, so I'm going to take that in there now. 130.
KLM 169er, correction, you cleared the Karlsruhe 1 Echo arrival. Transition.
So just to get through that little space there.
Karlsruhe 1 Echo arrival. Alles gut, danke.
Alright, so now it's basically just en route, following some hopefully obvious signs. We need to, if we make our way to the east, we'll have an easier time with it, so I might do that now. I might just go for heading 120. FSPM, that's the one. Just to make sure I'm not going to go back into that airspace that I've just left. But we want to pick up this motorway here, so if we head towards Ulm, and then we can find this huge motorway that's going to take us directly to Memmingen. So pretty much just following the road. It's the easiest things to follow when you're in a flat country.
Fire gives you further descent when entering airspace, out of airspace Echo.
Roger, KLM 169er.
Yeah, we're just going to keep going. What have I got for a power setting? 50%, we're holding around 136 knots, which is absolutely perfectly acceptable.
Eurowings 2181, descent rate 2500.
So, where are we now? We've got a little village here, we've got a tower, is that on the map?
Descending with 2500 or more units from that one.
We should be somewhere over Memmingen by now, so let me just quickly check. Dottingen. Memmingen is just over here, so this is Memmingen, that's the next town. When we know we're there, we can then follow the road out to the east. So if we just keep having a look over there, this road here basically to Böttingen. If we can find it, it's always the hard part, so let's have a look. Looks like that would be this one here. Or that one there. So let's take heading east now. The problem with flying a direct heading is you lose sight of the actual thing that you're looking for. So you're going to fly directly east towards Böttingen, which is this little village here. And then where are we going to go from there? We should get to Margulsheim, Seissen, Blaustein, Ulm. So this should take us to Ulm, which I think is over here, so actually I'm going to go directly for that one.
Altitude 4000 feet,
Can fly visually to them.
1012.
Flying to Ulm.
Descent via transition, 4000 feet, KLM 169er.
And KLM 169er, QNH 1012.
QNH 1012, KLM 169er.
Dann würde ich jetzt ein Direct
EXNA, what is that place? I think that's Margulsheim. There's actually nothing showing up on my map.
Eurowings 2181.
We should have an airport over on the left
turn
somewhere,
right
so I'm
heading
showing somewhere here.
210.
Left.
Turn right heading 210, Eurowings 281.
And then directly ahead of us it's saying there's also an airport, which I'm not quite clocking.
181 descent altitude 5000 feet, QNH 101.
There's Ulm on the right there. Out of Ulm we should find a humongous motorway.
2181.
EDMC, this is Blaubeuren. I'm guessing EXNA is then Magelsheim, but I think it's closed, hence EX rather than ED.
970, taxi holding point runway 07 via Mike
Field or
Lima
something like that. Probably it's a field. It's a beautiful game. There's a solar farm there. So I downloaded a nice VFR mod, which is made by the chap who's also made a bunch of cable cars for the Alps. It includes basically all of the solar farms, turbines, extra antenna masts, things like that. Basically power station cooling towers, all of those really big, obvious, oftentimes visual flight points that you actually will use. But yeah, basically makes it a little bit easier. So we're now looking for Seisen, which I think is...
Turn right 250, Eurowings 281.
This here is a freeway corner. Now kind of following out. Good. So Seisen should be directly east of here.
Eurowings 2181.
Seisen gives us the Blaubeuren EDMC, so we're going to look out for that airport just so you know where it is, because it's a good thing to know where your next landing could be. I imagine. I don't know. Probably. Always looking for a place to land when you fly. Preferably one with cheap landing fees, i.e. a field. That's not a cheap landing fee though. Righty-ho. Trying to look out the window a bit more. It's not exactly the most exciting VFR flying going across Germany in general. It's quite flat. I did a flight from Hanover to Hamburg yesterday using the same kind of logic, sort of trying to use as much German as possible so I can get ready for this exam thing. Should be fun. I've also got to translate English to German, and all the Germans have to translate English to German, so they're translating into their first language, which is usually a little bit easier. Not a little bit, quite considerably easier. I think he's forgotten about us though, so I'm going to ask for a frequency change.
Maintain speed 220, KLM 169.
Let's just check. Oh, Volanta, that would be a good shout. I don't want Velociraptor, I wanted Volanta.
Eurowings 2181, turn left heading 100, cleared ILS, runway 07.
Turn left 110, cleared ILS 07, Eurowings 2181.
Eurowings 2181, negative, turn left heading 100 and descent altitude 4,000 feet.
So we should be overhead the airport
turn left,
now.
heading 110 and descent altitude 4,000 feet, Eurowings 2181.
Not an obvious field at all.
100.
Heading 100, Eurowings 2181.
Yeah, where's that airport? Must be a grass strip. Yeah, there is. There's the grass strip right underneath us now. You can just about see the little white markers there. That is the runway. So not exactly the easiest thing. So I think we're outside of Stuttgart approach, so we might need to free call someone else. So should be Ulm.
Eurowings 2181, turn left
Ulm
heading
is straight
040
ahead,
to
yeah.
intercept.
This is Ulm, very big one.
Left 040 for
turn left heading 040 to intercept.
Eurowings 2181.
We want to go to the south side of Ulm, so I'm going to start heading that way. We're trying to avoid
970,
flying over built-up
holding
areas.
point runway 07.
Sunturk 970, confirm ready. Sunturk 970, ready for departure.
Question mark.
Yeah, Sunturk 70, Sunturk 970.
Sunturk 970, wind 080 degrees, 5 knots, runway 07, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, runway 07, Sunturk 970.
Eurowings 2181, speed maintain 180 knots until 6 miles final.
Speed 180 until 6 miles final, Eurowings 2181.
And KLM 169er, speed 180, turn right heading 200.
So overhead Ulm.
Speed 180 and repeat heading to KLM 169.
220, please.
Got a crane over there.
Heading 220,
Cooling
KLM
towers.
169.
So we're now looking for, there's another couple of cooling towers. Looking for the south road out of Ulm, basically. There should be a very large motorway. Not a river. Motorway. It looks like a very large motorway. Okay, who's responsible for this?
KLM 169er, turn right. I say again, turn right heading 100, cleared ILS, runway 07.
Turn right heading 100, KLM 169. And cleared ILS 07.
Cleared ILS, runway 07.
Eurowings 2181, full established 07.
Eurowings 2181, continue approach.
Continue approach
So
to
this is the road here.
2181.
These are some rivers. We don't want those. We want the roads. There's got a big motorway junction here.
Sunturk 970 A1.
I think the one we want though is
Sunturk
indeed
970, identified,
this one,
climb flight level 100.
Climb flight level 100. Sunturk 970.
ja, so this one here connects on. Delta Quebec Uniform haben wir eine Frequenz für eine Fluginformation.
Wind 080 degrees, 5 knots, runway 07, clear to land.
Runway 07, clear to land, Eurowings 2181.
Delta Quebec Uniform, Stuttgart Tower. Correction, Langen Radar.
Lange hallo, Delta Quebec Uniform haben wir eine Frequenz zur Fluginformation oder der weitere Flug. Also wem? Who should we contact? So there's our road now. He's not used to VFR flights. That's
Delta
VATSIM.
Quebec Uniform, Sie können es auf der 134,15 probieren.
134,15, danke, Delta Quebec Uniform, ciao.
Und Verlassen der Frequenz ist genehmigt, Delta Quebec Uniform.
Das ist genehmigt, ciao. Warten wir 1, 3, 4, 1, 5, yeah, that's Munich. 134.
Easy 89er
15.
Uniform Zulu, Langen Radar ein.
Doink.
Speedbird 87 Lima, please repeat heading.
210, please.
210, Speedbird 87 Lima, thank you very much.
Lufthansa 681, where are you going?
Oh, he's stressful.
Oscar Tango Tango.
You were cleared NAPSA 08. Lufthansa A356, descent 5000, present heading cleared ILS 08 right.
descending 5,000 feet and maintaining present heading, island runway 08 right, Lufthansa 8256.
Lufthansa 681, fly heading 260, descent level 80.
260, 80, stand 681.
Right there. So
Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo, descent level 110.
Descent level 110, Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo.
Speedbird 87 Lima, turn further right heading 230.
he might tell me to piss off, to be honest. He's busy.
For the right 230, Speedbird 87 Lima.
Lufthansa 10 Alpha Mike, stay speed.
Speed 300 knots, but going down to 290.
Reduce to 70, please.
Look at the mountains
Reduce to
catching the clouds up ahead. I might just take this all the way to... Let's just fly home and fly to Innsbruck.
Negative. Condor 4 Papa Mike, sorry for the delay, climb level 370.
Climbing flight level 370, kein Problem.
Which motorway is this
Air Force
one?
1422, contact Langen 123275, bye bye.
München Radar Delta Echo Alpha Quebec Uniform, hello.
Servus.
Air France 1422, contact
I say hi.
on Battlefield S1275, have a nice evening, sir.
München Radar, be ready to freight video. Servus, flight level 360 inbound active.
We got to South
2258
Africa.
Servus Radar, contact direct Kempton VOR Kilo Papa Tango.
Direct Captain VOR, be ready to freight.
Lufthansa 681,
Right, just
descent
doing a
6000
kink,
feet,
which
QNH
suggests to me
1014.
we're already in Altenstadt, that would be bad. So it's Altenstadt
Speedbird
we're
87
already
Lima, please
entering.
turn a bit faster.
Yeah, it is Altenstadt.
Trying
So
my best, Speedbird 87 Lima.
München Radar, Servus, Leipziger 3450, Turbo 6 Echo, passing 3400.
Leipzig here 3450, Servus Radar, contact climb level 100.
Flight level 100, Leipziger 3450.
Contact 970, flight level 100.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo, descent level 80.
Use the sounds of the engines, right? So the kink in the road is Altenstadt, which is pretty much on the edge of the outer TMZ. We've only got
Confirmed,
inner TMZ,
970,
and
I don't
then
have
we're
your
going to be entering
Maybe
controlled
go
airspace.
back
So
to the
he
last
does.
station and tell him to hand you over.
We do need to ask that.
Lufthansa 85, correction, Lufthansa 8356, 1187, bye bye.
Contacting 11817, Lufthansa 8356, hello.
Contact 970,
Did
ready
he say
to fly.
something to me? I can't remember.
Sunturk 970, I don't have your
Change
tanks,
course.
go back
Ah,
to the
that's
last
him.
station and tell the controller to hand you over. Croatia 460, proceed to direct Ravit.
Direct Ravit, Croatia 460.
Lufthansa 10 Alpha Mike, speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 knots, Lufthansa 10 Alpha Mike.
Speedbird 87 Lima, we went a bit far, current heading 244.
Why are you changing your heading?
You gave us 230 and we went too far.
Roger. Condor 4 Papa Mike, stop your climb.
Holding climb, Condor 4 Papa.
UT2 for 80, send level 200 to reach at Ravit.
Down to 200 to reach at Ravit, be ready to freight.
Lufthansa 681, turn right in 350.
If we keep going, we're going to end up in Reuter. that would be fine. I wouldn't mind that.
Winds in service, Lufthansa 5 X-ray, leaving 3,800 feet, climbing via SID, flight level 70.
Lufthansa 5 X-ray, Cirrus, radar, contact, climb 280.
Flight level 280, Lufthansa 5 X-ray.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo, descend 6000, QNH 1014.
You go nearly entering the TMZ.
6000, QNH 1014, Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo.
München Radar Service, Austrian 454, inbound Kogol, passing 230, climbing 330.
Austrian 454, Servus, radar, contact, Squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Austrian 454.
Condor 4 Papa Mike, continue climb 310.
And descend so I don't go into this airspace. If we're below 4,500, then we're good.
310.
310, Condor 4 Papa Mike.
München Radar, Lufthansa 7 Victor Golf, Flight Level 370, bin ich richtig hier? Lufthansa 681, turn right heading 050.
Feel inside.
050, Lufthansa 681.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo, descend 5000.
Descend 5000, Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo.
Lufthansa 7 Victor Golf, UR, radar contact.
München Delta Quebec Uniform nördlich von Memmingen, bitte um Einflug in die Kontrollzone über November 2.
Delta Quebec Uniform is approved, I call you back.
Gut, danke.
München Servus, Lufthansa Cargo 8175, 230.
Lufthansa Cargo 8175, Servus, radar contact, direct Delta Mike 431, descent level 110.
So, I'm approved. He's stressed out, so we don't bother him with too much nonsense. We're just coming on the end of descent now, so I'm going to start putting the power back up.
970. Sunturk 970. Lufthansa 10 Alpha Mike, descent level 200.
Descend flight level 200, Lufthansa 10 Alpha Mike.
Croatia 460, 280 or greater.
280 or greater, Croatia 460.
Lufthansa 681, cleared LS 08 right.
Cleared LS 08 right, 681.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo, turn right heading 350.
Right, 350, Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo. München Radar, hello, Condor 174, passing 4400, climbing 070, inbound to Delta Mike 013.
Lufthansa 29 Foxtrot, cleared Landu 08 transition.
Lufthansa 29 Foxtrot, cleared Landu 08 transition.
Condor 174, Servus, radar contact, climb level 140.
Climb 140, Condor 174.
München, good evening, Papa, this is Victor Whiskey, flight level 130, inbound Delta Kilo Bravo.
Papa Victor Whiskey, Servus, radar contact. Croatian 460, contact Zürich 1339, bye-bye.
Zürich 1339 for Croatia 460, ciao.
UT 248, descent level 200.
Descent flight level 200, beauty you free.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo, it will be 08 left for you.
Roger, the right left, Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo.
München Servus, Alpha 3 to Papa, flight level 380, inbound Breno.
Alpine 382 Papa, Servus, radar contact. Condor 4 Papa Mike, Unicom, bye-bye.
München Radar, good evening, Sierra Romeo 047, 5000 climbing, flight level 70.
Sierra Romeo 047, Servus, radar contact, climb 150.
Climbing 150, Sierra Romeo 047.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo, turn right 050, cleared LS 08 left.
050, cleared LS 08 left, Lufthansa 4 Echo Kilo.
Lufthansa 681, just for your information, you were not cleared down 5000. Lufthansa Cargo 8175, descend level 80.
Lufthansa Cargo 8175, descending 80.
Speedbird 87 Lima.
Will land radar, good evening, you
Trying to correct ourselves right now.
With you just passing 4,000 feet, climb to 7,000 feet via, give me 6 Quebec departure.
Okay, that's enough. All stations, monitor Unicom. München is closing, bye-bye.
Danke für Service, danke, ciao.
Schönen Abend, ciao. Unicom, danke dir, ciao.
That's what we call rage quit. Oh man, I'm just gonna land now. No point worrying about the air traffic control. He's done. He's done for the night. Are we even gonna have a good landing? Let's just check this out.
Simon Kevin 984 inbound Davis on flight level 170, climbing flight level 240.
Mention's closed. Take a steep approach. Flaps 1 can go in there, we can do flaps 2 in about now. Welcome to Memmingen. And there's touchdown. We're gonna vacate to the right. Hopefully. Let's go right on Charlie. Bring the flaps up. Wonderful. Small flight. Stressed out air traffic controllers, which means we just do our thing and try not to get in anyone's way. And that's why you listen in on the frequency anyway, so they know you're there and you know what's roughly going on, but everything there sounded like it was flying to Munich, which is understandable, it's Munich radar after all. Yeah, so there we go. How long did that take me? 37 minutes to fly from Stuttgart to Memmingen, which